Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Abdul Salam, and today I'm going to talk about the concept of the infinitive in the English language. So let's start the video. Read these sentences. To err is human. Birds love to sing. To respect our parents is our duty. He refused to obey orders. Now, in these sentences, you must have noticed that there's a verb and it is preceded by to err, to sing, to respect, and to obey. To followed by the first form of the verb. Now, this structure is called the infinitive. Whenever there's a first form of the verb and it is preceded by to eat, to drink, to see, to think. These are all infinitives. Infinitive is the base of a verb. Now, verb has many different kinds. Sometimes it's in the present, for example, eat. Sometimes it's in the past, for example, ate. And sometimes it's in the participle, for example, eating. But all of these forms, they originate from a base, and that base is called the infinitive. To eat, to think, to drink, to walk, to run, to read, to write. In most cases, infinitive has to, but in some cases, the infinitive just has a verb, first form of the verb. For example, to bring, to think, to see, but sometimes this to is not there. We are going to discuss this later in this video lecture. Now, in the first sentence, to err is human. To err, this infinitive, to err, is performing the function of a subject. It is the subject of a sentence. To err is human. It is the subject and is human is the predicate. In the second sentence, birds love to sing. To sing is performing the function of an object. Birds, the subject, love, the verb, to sing. It is performing the function of, it is acting like an object. In the first sentence, to err, it was the subject. And in the second sentence, to sing, it is performing the function of an object, subject, verb, and object. In the third sentence, to respect our parents is our duty. Now, in this sentence, this infinitive, to respect, is performing two functions. It is acting like a subject and it is also acting like a verb. How is it acting like a subject? To respect, it is the subject, to respect our parents is our duty. To respect our parents, this is the subject, is our duty, this is the predicate. But like a verb, it also takes an object. To respect what? Our parents. So to respect is the verb and our parents is the object. So to respect our parents, subject, is our duty, predicate. And to respect our parents, to respect is the verb, our parents is the object, is our duty. So it is performing two functions. It is acting like the subject of a whole sentence and it is also performing the function of a verb which also has an object. Similarly, he refused to obey orders. Over here, the infinitive to obey is acting like an object of the verb refused. He refused to obey orders. He refused, verb, and its object is to obey. Now, this to obey is again a verb and its object is orders. He refused to obey orders. This infinitive to obey, first it acts like the object of another verb and then it acts like a verb itself which has its own object, which is orders. He refused to obey orders. In short, the infinitive is a hybrid between a noun and a verb. It is a verb because it has that categorical verb in it. It is a noun because it acts like a subject of the sentence. And it is a verb because it gets its own object or adverbial qualifiers. So it is a mixture between a noun and a verb. Basically, it is a verb, but it acts like a noun in sentences. As I discussed earlier, that an infinitive has a to in it, to sing, to drink, to eat. But sometimes with some exceptional verbs, there is no to an infinitive. It's just that verb. For example, bid him go there. I bade him go there. Now, go is an infinitive, but it doesn't have to. It's not like I bade him to go there. No, I bade him go there. Let him sit here. It's not like let him to sit here. It's just like let him sit here. I will not let you go. It's not like I will not let you to go. It's I will not let you go. You need not do it. It's not you need not to do it. It's just you need not do it. You dare not do it. Again, you dare not to do it is not correct. You dare not do it. Similarly, I saw him do it. It's not like I saw him to do it. It's I saw him do it. I heard him do it. So, usually infinitives take a to form an infinitive, but there are some exceptions like these, which when they are in the sentence, the infinitives, they do not take a to. Similarly, infinitives don't take a to when the sentences contain auxiliaries. For example, when the sentences contain can, should, will, shall, might, must, could. When the sentences contain these, then the infinitives are without a to. For example, I will pay the bill. You should work harder. He can speak 5 languages. You must come to the office at 9 tomorrow. Now, these sentences contain infinitives, but they do not contain to with infinitives. On the same analogy, when these phrases are in a sentence, then the infinitives don't take a to with it. What are these phrases? Had better, had rather, would rather, sooner than, rather than. For example, you had better ask permission. I had rather play than work. I would rather die than suffer so. Uses of infinitive. First, the simple infinitives. Number 1. When the infinitive acts like the subject of a sentence. For example, to find fault is easy. Now in this sentence, to find is the subject, is easy is the predicate. To err is human. To err, the subject, is human, is the predicate. To reign is a worthy ambition. To reign is the subject, is a worthy ambition is the predicate. Number 2, when the infinitive acts like an object of a verb. For example, I do not mean to read. I do not mean is the verb, and to read it is acting like its object. The infinitive to read is the object of the verb mean. He likes to play cards. To play cards is the object of the verb likes. Number 3, when the infinitive acts like the complement of a verb. For example, her greatest pleasure is to sing. Now, this to sing, the infinitive to sing, is the complement of the verb is. His custom is to ride daily. To ride daily is the complement of the verb is. Number 4. When the infinitive acts like the object of a preposition. For example, he had no choice but to obey. To obey, the infinitive to obey in this sentence is acting like the object of the preposition but. The speaker is about to begin. Now, this to begin is the infinitive and it is the object of the preposition about. Number 5. When the infinitive acts like the complement of the object. When it acts like the objective complement. For example, I saw him go. Now, go is the infinitive and it is the complement of the object him. I saw him go. Go is the complement of the object him in this sentence. Now we come to gerundal or qualifying infinitives. Number 1, those infinitives which qualify a verb. They express either cause or purpose. For example, he called to see my brother. Now, this sentence has a verb. He called. Called is the verb and it is qualified by an infinitive, to see my brother. Now, this qualification, this use of infinitive is to express the purpose of the verb. Why did he call? To see my brother. He called to see my brother. The infinitive is showing the purpose of the verb. We eat to live. Eat is the verb. Now, to live, the infinitive to live is showing the purpose of this verb eat. We eat to live. We wept to see the desolation caused by the flood. Now, this sentence has a verb, we wept. The infinitive to see the desolation of the flood is showing the cause of the verb. Why did we weep? We wept because the cause was to see the desolation caused by the flood. Number 2, when the infinitive is used to qualify an adjective. For example, figs are good to eat. Good is an adjective and to eat qualifies good. Figs are good for what? To eat. For eating, figs are good. So over here, the infinitive to eat is qualifying an adjective that is good. This medication or this medicine is pleasant to take. Pleasant is an adjective and to take is an infinitive that is acting like a qualifier for the adjective pleasant. To take qualifies the adjective pleasant. The boys are anxious to learn. To learn is the infinitive in this sentence and it is qualifying an adjective that is anxious. Number 3, when an infinitive qualifies a noun. For example, this is not the time to play. Time is the noun and it is qualified by the infinitive to play. This is not the time for what? To play. This is not the time to play. To play, the infinitive to play is adding some meaning or it is supporting the noun time in expressing its meaning, in completing its meaning. So, to play, the infinitive to play is an infinitive and it is qualifying a noun. You will have cause to repent. To repent is the infinitive and it is qualifying the noun cause. He is a man to be admired. To be admired is the infinitive and it is qualifying the noun man. Here is a house to let. To let is an infinitive, and it is qualifying the noun house. Similarly, this house is to let. The infinitive is qualifying the noun house. Number 4. When the infinitive qualifies a whole sentence. For example, to, to tell the truth, I quite forgot my promise. Now, to tell the truth, this is the infinitive and it is qualifying another sentence. I quite forgot my promise. He was petrified, so to speak. So to speak is the infinitive. To speak is the infinitive, and this infinitive is qualifying a whole sentence. He was petrified. And last, infinitives are sometimes in the active or in the passive voice. For example, to love is the infinitive. It is active infinitive. To love. What is the passive of to love? To be loved. Similarly, to have loved, it is in the active, and in the passive, to have been loved. So, the bottom line is that infinitives are both in the active voice and in the passive voice. That's all for today. Thanks.